What should I eat to gain muscle instead of fat?
Here's 5 pounds of muscle, and here's 5 pounds of fat. Can you tell the difference? As you can see, both weigh the same, but the fat is a lot bigger.
The early man didn't eat a lot of meat. We actually ate shellfish and seafood if we were going to eat an animal protein. We did for a time period use animal meat, very true, but those animals were actually eating grass and leaves. They weren't being fed corn and beans and grains. We use these to fatten these animals up, and unfortunately they're not designed to eat these foods. And if they eat these foods, they're no longer a chicken or a cow or a pig. They're a big ear of corn or a pile of soybeans. And we know that when we eat those animals, it actually fattens us up, just as we fatten them up.
One of these foods helps you manage weight. One of these foods significantly reduces food cravings. But one of these foods has been shown to increase the risk of heart disease by 20%. Do you know which is which? My name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I made this video to give you a quick protein quiz that could actually change your life.
Because eating the right protein can help you manage weight, get stronger bones, and even help protect your heart. It can also help reduce digestive discomfort and give you smoother, more regular bowel movements. It can boost your mood, support brain health, and even help support healthy blood pressure and blood sugar levels. And of course, good protein fills you up, helping stop food cravings in their tracks. By making this one small change to your diet, you can experience profound benefits. Benefits I've seen in thousands of patients who finally got rid of health problems that have been nagging them for years. And changes I've seen in myself every day when I look in the mirror, including losing 70 pounds of weight and keeping it off for 20 years. Because I do this simple thing every day, and at age 68, I've never felt better in my life. There's just one problem. Millions of Americans are eating one specific protein that's now been shown to be terrible for your body. Even worse, many people are eating this every single day. This has become a major health issue in America. So in the next couple minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the truth about protein, and that the key to a long, healthy life really just comes down to one easy, simple to do protein hack. Again, my name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon and double New York Times bestselling author and nutritionist with medical practices in Palm Springs and Santa Barbara, California. I graduated with honors from Yale University and received my medical doctorate from the Medical College of Georgia. I spent 16 years as a professor of surgery and pediatrics and chairman of cardiothoracic surgery at the world-famous Loma Linda University School of Medicine. Along with my former partner, Leonard Bailey, I performed more infant and pediatric heart transplants than any other doctor in the world. I'm the inventor of the Gundry retrograde cardioplegia cannula, one of the most widely used devices to keep the human heart alive during open heart surgery. I was one of the original 20 surgeons who tested the world's first artificial heart and one of the first to use robots in surgery. I've seen thousands of patients with a spectrum of health issues, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, autoimmune conditions, diabetes, and obesity. But you may know me better from my interviews on news channels across America, or my online videos on health and wellness, which have over 50 million views. And according to my colleagues, this protein wake-up call documentary you're watching right now is my most important video to date. People come to me when they've been everywhere: Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, Princeton, UCLA, and they still can't find answers. Because I'm not afraid to try solutions that go against the grain. In fact, in my experience, many health professionals are often behind on the latest research, and in some cases actually doing more harm than good. And nowhere is this more clear than when it comes to one of the most important parts of your diet: protein. So let's start with the good part. What can protein do for you? In a word, everything. Protein, along with carbs and fat, is one of the 3 main ways your body gets energy. And when it comes to benefits, protein is far superior to carbs and fats. Here's why. It helps you manage your weight. Protein is special because it makes you feel full. It actually stops unhealthy food cravings. And protein ignites thermogenesis, the process of calorie burning in your body. This means protein tells your body to burn extra calories, even while you sleep. Staying in shape is the key to a longer life and having confidence as you age. And you can attain that amazing feeling at any age with this one simple protein hack. But the benefits of protein don't end there. Protein is also vital to stronger bones. Multiple human clinical studies have shown that protein works with calcium to give you denser, stronger bones, which is really important, especially for people over 40. It's great for muscle health, too. You don't have to be an athlete to want a stronger, healthier body. As we age, we all need extra muscle support. And protein not only builds muscle, it actually reduces aches and even helps boost recovery time. Sounds great, right? But before you go out and eat a thick, protein-rich steak, there's something you should know. The wrong protein can actually cause serious health problems. And the main culprit for bad protein is something I've been warning people about for years: red meat. And the good news is, getting healthier does not involve giving up any type of meat, even red meat. There's a simple secret that lets you eat all your favorite proteins and still be healthier and leaner. You see, Harvard University, one of the top research facilities in the world, recently announced that overconsumption of red meat can lead to heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. In one massive study of 120,000 men and women, the risk of dying from heart disease went up by 13% for every 3 ounces of red meat people ate daily. And this will shock you. Remember when I asked you which of these foods increased your risk of heart disease? If you answered the hot dog, you were right. Eating just one hot dog daily increases the risk of developing heart disease by 20%. And even if you don't eat hot dogs, any processed meat is terrible for your body. A big reason comes down to the way animals are raised today, and a secret that the food industry has been trying to hide for years. To understand this, let me pose you a simple question. If a corporation that owns a giant cattle farm wants to make more money, should they A, make the cows extra healthy so they live a long time, or B, make the cows grow abnormally fast, even if it was terrible for their health? If you guessed option B, you're exactly right. Virtually every piece of meat you find in a grocery store comes from a massive corporate-owned cattle farm who really only care about squeezing every penny they can out of you, me, and their cattle. They want cows that grow fast and grow big so they can get the most beef they can in the quickest amount of time. And when it comes to dairy cows, they want cows that produce as much milk as possible every day, even if it means pushing the cow's biology beyond what nature intended. And they do this with one magical ingredient, known as insulin-like growth factor, or IGF-1. IGF is found in all kinds of animal protein. IGF is a hormone your body makes naturally, mostly in your liver. It has an anabolic effect, meaning it builds things in your body. IGF is actually vital to your growth when you're young. Remember that growth spurt you experienced when you were going through puberty? That was thanks to IGF-1. But here's the thing about IGF. As adults, we do not need as much IGF. After all, we're not growing anymore, like when we were kids. And it turns out having too much IGF as an adult is actually terrible for your body. There have been many studies that confirm this. When these results were published 4 years ago, many in the medical community were shocked. But I must say I was not. Why? Because I had been warning people about the dangers of IGF-1 for years. Why have these results been known and nobody has done anything about it? This once again comes down to cattle farms and money. You see, since 1994, growth hormones have been given to millions of cows in America. Growth hormones have been shown to make beef cows bigger and heavier, and they get that way faster, so they can be brought to slaughter more quickly, and more money can be made by cattle producers. And in dairy cows, growth hormones trick cows into skipping the so-called dry period of their milk cycle, meaning that they can pump milk every day, resulting in about 10 to 40% more milk production. Is more milk good for dairy farmer profits? Sure. Is it good for cows who are not meant to lactate every day of their lives and often develop infections in the udders as a result? No way. And is it good for you when you drink milk that may be pumped full of antibiotics to kill infections? Absolutely not. Okay, so let's walk through everything all at once. Meat that comes from cows pumped full of bovine growth hormone to make them grow faster, to make corporations more money, end up as beef products on your kitchen table. And this hormone ends up inside of you, building up in your body every single day, like a pot of boiling water about to boil over. This is the reason why red meat is so problematic. Okay, now on to the good news. It is not necessary to give up red meat to be healthy, because while red meat can be dangerous when consumed at high levels, at low or moderate levels, animal protein can absolutely be part of a healthy diet. So, if you want to be healthier, slimmer, and feel better, the Harvard researchers made it crystal clear. Choosing more healthy sources of protein in place of red meat can confer significant health benefits by reducing chronic disease morbidity and mortality. Dr. Frank Hugh, professor, Harvard Medical School. So, step 1 of my protein hack for lower weight and better health is simple. Protein hack step 1. Eat 4 fewer servings of red meat a week. If you think about it, this is actually not too hard. After all, if you eat 3 meals a day, that's 21 meals a week. You just need to pick 4 of those meals that normally have red meat and eat something else. I must point out something that so many of my patients don't know. Switching to chicken is not the answer. Like I said, I do eat chicken, but if you simply swap chicken breast for red meat, not only will you not improve your health, you may actually make it worse. So, what are the healthiest animal proteins to eat? 2 of the better sources of animal protein are actually wild fresh fish and shellfish, such as Alaskan salmon and wild-caught shrimp. Fish are packed with omega-3s, which are really good for your health. If you ask me, that's a great reason to get at least one serving of fresh fish per week. And while I do recommend fish as a healthier option than processed meat like hot dogs, bacon, and cold cuts, it has drawbacks. As you probably know, eating only fresh fish every day is both time-consuming and expensive. And this is still animal protein. Like red meat, fish is also associated with elevated IGF-1 levels. And according to the FDA, virtually all fish contains at least small amounts of mercury, which can lead to a whole range of health problems. So fish, while good, is still not the ideal protein. Fortunately, there's some great news here, because one of the best sources for protein on Earth doesn't even come from animals. It's actually from plants. A lot of people find it hard to believe that plants can provide enough protein for humans. In fact, I've heard more than a few people say something like this: you need to eat meat to build muscle. Well, tell that to a silverback gorilla, which has enough muscle to rip the door off a Chevy, but eats almost nothing but leaves and shoots all day. Or a thoroughbred racehorse, strapping with muscles, one of the fastest physical specimens in the animal world, which forage on almost nothing but grass and water every day. You might think, sure, that works for gorillas and horses, but humans need meat to survive, don't they? Like I said, I do love animal meat, but no, we don't need it at all. So, can plants give you tons of protein? That may be an understatement, but the best reason to eat plant proteins may actually be for your overall health. Plant protein is immune from the dangers of animal protein. That means all the health risks described in the study, they all disappear if your protein source comes from plants instead of animals. This is where my second protein hack comes in. Protein hack step number 2. To manage weight and get healthier, simply swap 4 red meat servings a week with plant protein instead. I cannot tell you how big a difference this can make in your life. And you can experience all of the following: healthier weight. Plant protein is associated with weight loss. Improved heart health. Plant proteins don't contain IGF-1. Fewer cravings. You can fill up on as much plant protein as you want without the health risks. And most importantly, sleep easy, knowing you're on the road to healthy years ahead, because plant proteins not only don't incur the warning that animal proteins do, they actually can improve health, so you add years to your life. So plant protein is, in my opinion, the ideal protein to swap a few times a week for red meat. However, there is one warning I must give you. Certain plants high in protein, such as quinoa, soy, buckwheat, peanut butter, and beans, are all packed with what I call one of the most dangerous things you can put in your body. They're called lectins. If you've ever seen my videos before, you know about lectins already. Lectins are tiny little proteins found in certain kinds of plants that are not supposed to be in your body. One famous type of lectin you may have heard of is gluten, but that's just one type. There's actually many found in various plants. Some common foods containing lectins are whole grain wheat, eggplants, and tomatoes. Many people have been told these are health foods, but in my opinion, they are anything but, because your ancestors didn't eat any of these so-called health foods. However, since 1950, the use of whole wheat health foods have skyrocketed in our society, as well as other lectin-rich foods. Do you know what else has happened since 1950? The obesity rate has more than tripled. The diabetes rate has skyrocketed 800%. An astounding 70% of Americans are now considered overweight or obese, and I was one of them. You see, the nasty little lectins in these foods are experts at breaking the cellular walls in your gut. And when they break those cells protecting your gut wall, they don't just bust through your digestive tract. They leave a hole in the protective lining, meaning other bad stuff can now get through too. This, in short, is what we call leaky gut. Lectins making holes in your digestive lining. And leaky gut has been linked to all of the following: weight gain, digestive discomfort, including bloating, occasional constipation and diarrhea, also joint discomfort, fatigue, and even rashes and skin issues. So when it comes to plants, I have a big rule: avoid plants that contain lectins. If you want to know my ultimate plant-based proteins, the kind you probably don't see all the time, let me share my 3 favorite plant-based and lectin-free protein sources with you right now. The first is flaxseed, a high-fiber, lectin-free protein that really fills you up, while also leading to smoother, more regular bowel movements. I also love spirulina, an exotic blue-green algae that's absolutely loaded with healthy antioxidants, more than just about any vegetable that you can find in a grocery store. And hemp seed, another lectin-free plant protein that fills you up just like meat, but can also give you incredible health benefits, such as reduced joint discomfort, help with occasional constipation, and even help you control your weight. These 3 plant proteins won't just fill you up, they actually contain special benefits, which is why I've been recommending them to my patients for years. And when my patients just substituted 4 servings of red meat a week with these powerful, lectin-free, plant-based superfoods, they told me the changes to their health weren't just subtle. It was like a switch got flipped. They actually felt leaner, cleaner, and healthier on the inside. And they could see the difference every day when they looked in the mirror and saw their waistline shrinking. And as you can imagine, by eliminating a few meals of red meat a week, people I gave these 3 proteins to were losing a tremendous amount of weight week after week. And I was one of them. Switching to a mostly lectin-free, plant-based diet is how I lost 70 pounds of weight and have kept it off for 20 years and counting. There were just a couple of problems. Flaxseed, spirulina, and hemp aren't easy to get. So about a year ago, I got to thinking, could I turn these plant-based proteins into something everyone would be able to enjoy? Something that fills you up so you don't miss the red meat. Something inexpensive so people could use it as often as they want without breaking the bank. Something easy to make at home. I'm talking less than 2 minutes. Something that is not perishable, something that's great for your health, and most important of all, something that tastes fantastic. Well, let me tell you, when I asked my sources in the nutrition world if it was possible, they all told me the same thing. Dr. Gundry, if it were possible, don't you think we would have done it by now? Well, I'm not the kind of guy who takes no for an answer, especially where people's health is concerned. So I worked on it, week after week, month after month. And after 12 months of testing at the lab, we finally discovered the perfect solution, a way to turn these powerful proteins into a delicious, high-protein shake. That's right, a shake. I call it Gundry MD Pro Plant Complete Chocolate Shake. Pro Plant is the first and only Gundry-approved protein shake. And Pro Plant was designed to do all of the following. Stop your food cravings so you can eat less and diet easier. Naturally support bone and heart health, crucially important as we age. Provide smoother, effortless bowel movements. Ignite thermogenesis, the natural calorie-burning power in your body. And even boost energy, both physical and mental. Pro Plant Complete Shake contains a whopping 10 grams of protein in every serving. The same amount as a fast food hamburger patty, but it contains 0 red meat, meaning it's fantastic for your health. Best of all, we put this protein into a delicious chocolate-flavored shake, one you can have at any time of day to end your cravings, replace a meal, and help achieve the body you want and deserve. I've always believed that losing weight and getting healthy should not be about starving yourself. It should be about swapping one thing for another, something that's just as delicious, but way more healthy. And that's exactly what Pro Plant can do for you. It naturally supports heart health, so important as we get older. Improved brain health, something we all can use. Healthy vision and eye support, a huge bonus for me. Even helps you control weight, which can make a major difference in your health and confidence. And now you can get all these benefits, all the power of hunger-stopping proteins, health hero omegas, and cell-boosting antioxidants in one delicious, easy-to-make beverage, Gundry MD's Pro Plant Complete Shake. Compared to most meals, it's lower calorie by a lot, healthier by a lot, cheaper by a lot. That's why I consider Pro Plant Complete Shake to be one of the healthiest and most groundbreaking weight management tools ever created, period. Now, let's talk about how you can get Pro Plant Complete Shake for yourself today. When we decide to make Pro Plant Complete Shake available on our website, my distributor tells me it will retail for around $69.95. But because you've watched this video, and I know you're serious about getting healthy, I've asked our team to dramatically lower the cost of Pro Plant Complete Shake for internet customers. So if you order today through this video presentation, you can get Gundry MD's Pro Plant Complete Shake for just $49.95. That's an instant savings of $20. But remember, this offer is only available to customers through this video presentation. I encourage you to act now if you're serious about your health and longevity. Right now, you can pay as little as $1.90 per day to give you the energy-boosting power of our plant protein blend and the power to burn fat, support your vision and bone health, and dramatically improve digestion. Best of all, every single jar of Gundry MD Pro Plant Complete Shake comes with Gundry MD's 90-day money-back guarantee. Yes, that means you can use every single bit, and if you don't experience all of the benefits our user groups did, just send it back, and we'll happily return every cent of your purchase price, no questions asked, even if it's just the empty jars. That's how confident we are in this groundbreaking new formula. So I want you to use it all and experience the incredible change for yourself. One serving per day of this blend can have such a remarkable impact on so many areas of your health. I want you to feel the charge of energy that kicks in with this formula. I want you to feel the joy of going for a hike with friends and family because your joints and muscles are feeling strong and healthy again. I want you to feel great after you eat and to make indigestion, gas, and constipation a thing of the past. I want you to feel and see your changing waistline every morning when you look in the mirror. I want you to feel the vitality you know is inside you, just waiting to come out. For your health, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry.